Hi. So we had a good day yesterday. It was we had AJ and we just basically pulled it all the way up. And now what the robot has done is bought at the top or potentially at the top. We're probably looking for a little retracement first. So the reason I'm going to start talking about the signals is that we are risk on from a robot perspective. But if we look at the analysis that I'm going to show you is that we could be a little bit risk off today. So don't go live with your trading on the robot because it's not sensitive to fundamental flows. It just examines sentiment shifting. So we go risk off. Something really scary happens. This is going to puke. We're going to get stopped out. And on you're using a small account, which I saw in Discord, you're probably going to blow your account, right? So this is why we're testing, and we've got quite a wide stop, so it should accommodate quite a lot of naughtiness, and it might just want to get these lows. Potentially, it might want to come down here even. So if we go risk off, this is going to puke, and we're going to get stopped out. So don't go live, because if you do, you're possibly going to lose money, because we haven't got any checks in to check risk on or risk off. I don't know how we would do that. I've got no idea how we would do that. I mean, it could be based on the risk calc, and we could take out the automation over Asia and then just go London, New York, maybe. But well, we'll just have to wait and see. So don't go live this week. We're still testing, and we'll just have to wait and see whether or not the sentiment is going to be driving the price, or it's going to be the fundamentals driving the price. So, like I say, if we go really scary, risk off, boom, we're out. So don't go live. It'd just be reckless and a bit stupid, to be honest with you, because we're not ready for testing. Okay, so let's show you the analysis. Okay, so let's start with gold. Now they've gone long quite a lot. They've gone aggressively long. So we're probably going to be breaking 2010. So likewise, we had a break yesterday, and we came back up, and they'd sold it here. So we pumped and we're pumping higher. So the thing is, we should be falling because of that aggressive move. Okay, so look for potentially you could do like a diagonal break maybe, and I was tempted to go live with the robot, but we don't know if we're going to be risk on or off, do we? So it's a bit tricky. So you could say diagonal break maybe, potentially down to break 2010, and we're going to trigger those lows. All right, so they sold it, so we pumped. They might have got some orders to sell here potentially, and of course it just absorbed those orders and rallied since. So really fairly bearish because of that. Okay, that's gold. Show you DAX because they've gone long, and so we should be falling, and we might even come down to here. If we do, then somewhat risk off, to be honest with you, and we're probably going to see some appreciation in the safe havens in the USD and then in the yen. And if so, our robot's going to perform poorly. All right, so that's just a heads up there. We're possibly going to fall to support, right? And we made a risky sell. There's 30. Yeah, I'm open up to ideas about what we should do about the fundamental checks, because we don't really want to be going live and our robot's opening risk on signals and we're going to be risk off. It's not that good practice, really. S&P. Yeah, perhaps we could maybe take off some of the automation, perhaps, and just do it manually, maybe. Right, so there is sideways, really choppy, and they're ever so slightly going long there, and so we're probably going to fall fairly bearish. We've got a sequence of bearish candles, and we might just continue just to probe these stops. Maybe there's lots of liquidity down here, so looking fairly ominous on the S&P. And yeah, it's going to be slightly annoying about the robot because it showed great potential yesterday, but then of course we have the the realization that things have to fluctuate on the risk, and the robot's not clever enough to understand that. It will just open up signals based on retail sentiment, so I can't use the drop down anymore. Right, can you see what I'm doing? Oh, that was slow. I've got a new 5G wireless dongle, and it's supposed to be like really fast. It's clearly not. US 30. I bought on Amazon and expecting it to increase my internet speed, but it didn't really do it. See sequence of bearish candles for Dow Jones. So possibly want to raid these stops. If so, we're going to probably see a little bit of appreciation in the USD and on the yen. And as we can see on our signals, is that we are selling yen and selling USD, and we're also selling Swiss franc. All right, so the free safe havens. So I have to wait and see. Remember just to be trading, testing on your demo. Don't go live. If you're using a small account, if you've got like $100 account, which is what I saw in Discord, you're going to be chewing up your margin, right? So don't go live, not yet. At least wait for next week or the week after.